I have to be a little careful because there's an island right there. And a dinosaur is over in that corner, so watch out, guys. And there are a couple spaceships flying around. Now, of course, you can't see that, but I can because I'm wearing augmented reality glasses. This is Magic Leap. You may have heard about this. This is one of the very first units there. And afterwards, I'll be outside, and some of you may actually be able to have a chance to try it out. But what this is I'm seeing you through the eyes normally, but then being projected and overlaid are all kinds of wonderful things that I can put up there. Be games, be technology, etc. So, to go forward, what I want to do, if I can get the slides here, I want to talk about, and have some fun too, okay? I mean, it's not just technology. And I'm not going to be as moving as some of the other people you just heard, but I'm going to talk about stuff that is fun to me. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been ever since I was a kid. I grew up in Paris, France, and I used to buy old electronics and try to turn it into other things, and I got a passion for this many, many years ago. But I want to talk about 5 things that are going to affect you guys, and are going to be possibly careers and possibly areas of excitement and things you should just know about. So the first is AR, augmented reality. That's what that is. This is what this glass is here, augmented reality. It will become, in no time at all, something that's Magic Leap over there. But if you look at this, it's the movie The Kingsman. And if you remember, if anybody's seen that movie, they wear just like sunglasses. That will be happening in the next 5 years. You'll have glasses, not much different than me. You won't have to wear that big headset, and you'll be able to see the same augmented reality. Of course, there's virtual reality, too. And virtual reality, and this is one of the things that happens when I fly to go places, is my bag. You know, the TSA has a real problem with my bag. They open it up, and they find things in it. Like my little robot that was talking to the TSA person. They go, what was that? But anyway, we'll go through that in a second. So, open my bag, and this is what most of you know as augmented reality. If you've seen Ready Player One, etc., basically it's a standalone headset. Again, this is the 3rd, or actually probably 4th generation of headset that's out there. You can go and live in wonderful worlds, see things you wouldn't be able to see, go on explorations. When I use this thing at evening, sometimes I'll start at 10 o'clock at night, and I'll be 2 o'clock in the morning, because I'm traveling all over the world. I'm going to Machu Picchu, I'm going to a lake, I'm going up in the mountains, I'm going skiing, I'm going in the spaceship. Just a few minutes ago, I was actually on the International Space Station up here walking around. It is very cool. If you haven't done it, I strongly recommend it. The second area that I want to talk about is artificial intelligence. Now, this is something that's happening, and it's not just in the sci-fi, as you can see, a sci-fi robot, but it's really close. So, this little guy here, he was a little upset last night. This is a little robot, and he has artificial intelligence, and normally he lives in my technology room, and so I didn't normally have him in my bedroom, but last night in the hotel, he started to snore. And I'm going, snoring? What's that? But he also got really upset, and he wanted to play. So he started jumping around and talking to play. And he talks. He can do things. Like, for example, I can say, hey, Vector, I have a question. Hey, Vector, I have a question. Well, maybe he doesn't like to be on stage. But I'll leave him here. He'll move around. He'll see me. Oh, here he goes. So he'll go around and he'll talk. He can recognize he's got eyes that you can see on the screen, but he also has camera so he can see things. And he also has a laser that's scanning around to see where people are, so it knows where the edges of things. So if he moves around the table there, he won't fall off. And he recognizes your face. So this morning he said, hi, Greg. Anyway, this is sort of a toy, but it's a lot more than that. And if you had a chance to get one, they're not very expensive. You can also get something called an SDK, software development kit, and you can actually program it to do your own things. So learning how to program is something that I would strongly recommend you guys think about. But AI, in that sense, is not just for that. Here's another device that is, well, I think I've got another device in here. Where'd it go? Yes. So this one, has anybody seen this? Yeah, some of you seen it? So what does it do? You know what it does? It's a camera that, well, it could do that. But actually, for the women in the audience, this might be of interest to you. So this is artificial intelligence with a camera. So you stick this on the dresser, and you stick it on the dresser, and you put on whatever outfit you're going to put on, and you sort of fashion in front of it, and you say, Alexa, what do you think? And then she'll say, oh, put on something else. And you put the second thing on, and you go around, and then she'll say, well, you know, I like the bottom that you have on. The top from yesterday was better, so maybe you want to change it. That's artificial intelligence. This is using a camera, it's using artificial intelligence, and it's using memory of what you've worn before. So it remembers weeks of what you've been wearing. It will actually make fashion suggestions. It doesn't work for me because I always wear a blue blazer and a jacket, you know, so it's saying, same old thing. But this is kind of fun. This is, again, just the very, very beginning of where it's going to be. Likewise, I don't leave home without the other part of Alexa. And again, I can't plug it in because there's no power up here. This is Alexa. This is another form of Alexa. So this thing, I'm just used to it. It's in my car. It's in my home. I just say, Alexa, what time is it? Alexa, start the alarm. Alexa, do whatever. Actually, it was interesting because last night, Alexa was trying to talk to my robot. That was an interesting conversation. It didn't go so well. But where all this is going, and unfortunately, you know, I really wanted to be with you guys, so I had to miss something. Yesterday, just before I left, Google released their new, actually delivered their new phone, which is the Pixel 3. This is the Pixel 2. The Pixel 3 is sitting at home. I couldn't take it because I had to come and see you guys. But the Pixel 3 now has artificial intelligence in it, which means that you can put the earbuds on the Pixel 3, you can tell it to put in translate mode, and as you're walking around and someone's speaking a different language, the phone will be whispering in your ear what that person is saying in English, or whatever language you want, okay? Available now, okay? That, as I said, that phone showed up on my doorstep yesterday afternoon. Unfortunately, I'm here, so I'll get to play with it this weekend. But you too, you can do the same thing. It's the Google Pixel, it's the Pixel 3. It also, by the way, has a very intelligent camera that takes, when you take a picture, it goes and figures out what's the best picture and automatically assembles it into the best picture for what's going to look the best. So instead of selecting a whole bunch of pictures, it figures it out. So moving forward, the other thing is man-machine interface. So this is an area, typing is not a natural way of communicating, guys. You know, we all use typing and texting and all the rest. That's not the way we naturally communicate. We communicate with our voice, we communicate with eyes. And that is going to be a major change coming up. You're going to see more and more things that you can talk to, whether it's my little robot, which is now driving around on the table here, or it's Alexa, or it's the Look. The man-machine interface is going to be different. Already today, did he jump off? No, he did. He jumped off. You can't trust these robots, you know. We also have, the floor, the Roombas and all the rest around the house. They run around, they clean things up. So we'll go get him going on. He's on the floor. He's not so happy. Let's get him up. Here you go. Stay there, okay? All right. So the man-machine interface is already happening. So what you're seeing here from the movies, science fiction, that's not so science fiction. On the right, that is a real wall. That is a real system. You can actually go up there and touch it and interact with it. I'm using it right now to do live interaction between the United States and China. I move on the wall. Same thing moves on China. It's all back and forth. Actually, I can write on paper. It'll show up on the wall electronically, be transmitted to China. They can then write on the wall, circulate, and I can see the same thing here. It's actually very, very cool. It's really happening. But we're going to see lots of other ways of communicating with machines that is not a keyboard. It's going to be something you need to look at very, very seriously. And of course, the Google and Alexa are up on top. 5G. Have you all heard about 5G? Okay. So 5G, what is it? It's the 5th generation of wireless. Now, I put some numbers up here. So it's 3G, which is what most of us had for a while. To download Guardians of the Galaxy would take 26 hours, assuming you had full 3G service, which nobody ever has. Okay? 26 hours. Basically, you wouldn't do it. In 4G, theoretically, you could download that same movie in 6 minutes, but in reality, most people get about 1/10 that speed, so it's really about an hour to download it in 4G. However, with 5G, that same movie will draw and download in 3.6 seconds. If you take the same multiplier, so it might be 36 seconds for it to download. That is going to be a game changer. That means that you are now going to have in your pocket huge, huge speeds. You're not going to need to have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi becomes obsolete. 5G becomes it. You're going to take a player, stick it on the table, and instantly it will play movies or whatever, whether it's on your phone, no matter where you are. 5G is a game changer. Now, when is it coming? Well, guess what? It's already here in some respects. Introducing 5G Home, that happened on October 1st, about 17 days ago. That on the right is coming in the spring, or probably late winter. That is a foldable phone. Yes, it's a foldable phone. It's a 5G phone. So you can look at it, and you can see it. It'll be small, and you unfold the screen. It's foldable OLED screen. That will be out from a number of different people. That's from Huawei, but there's also be coming from Samsung. Take a look for it. It's coming very, very soon to a store near you. Yeah, you like that, huh? Okay. So robotics and smart devices. This is my favorite. Of course, you saw my little Anki going around, Roomba I told you about before. How about a smart toothbrush? Okay? You need a smart toothbrush? Now, if your mother ever says, did you brush your teeth or whatever, this thing will tell them whether you really did or not. But it'll actually keep track of how well you're brushing your teeth and give you hints and all the rest. Just like my watch is the same thing for my exercise and all the rest. But this is a Bluetooth-connected toothbrush. Here's another one. I carry this when I'm traveling. Any guesses? No? Okay. You're not going to guess it, because I couldn't guess it either when I first saw it. It's a washing machine, a clothes washing machine. So basically, if you put your clothes in the sink or a tub, you plug this in, making sure you keep the plug separate from this, of course. And this uses ultrasonic waves to actually do the same activity as the rotor that does in your washing machine, and this will actually wash your clothes. Now, it's not going to be a huge load, but if you want to wash a shirt or something like that, this will do it. You have to put detergent in, of course, but this is a portable washing machine that's coming up, okay? Now, selfie sticks, right? Okay, this is, except it's not turned on here. There we go, come on. Whee, there it goes. This is a robotic selfie stick, except that it's not liking it. So, well, guess didn't like being in the bag. But, so this is a robotic selfie stick, stabilized. Let me put a different phone in there. Maybe this phone is too heavy for it. We'll put a smaller phone in, see if it does any better. There we go. So now I can adjust this, and I can move it around. Or maybe not. Oh, it's... Well, you know, they say never do a live demo. Don't do a live demo. But anyway, the idea is this is a robotic selfie stick. It probably was turned on in my bag, and so battery ran out. But this is a live selfie stick. Now, there are other devices that are out there. Of course, drones. And I like this drone because it's small, okay? And it fits in here, and it opens up here, and You sort of flick this out here and flick this out here and flick this like this and flick this like this, and voila, you now have a drone. This will go up to 2,000 feet. It's got artificial intelligence. It knows to stay away from places you're not supposed to be. It knows how to avoid obstacles. It has a 4K camera. It will do video. It will do stills. It's really cool. I'm probably not going to fly it in here because I don't want to hit any of you guys. But. Since I like new technology, I brought another drone with me. So this drone, I will fly. You can see it, right? Where is it? Okay, want to pass it to me? Anyway, how about that? A pocket drone. This is called, it's also good as a fan, right? It blows it's a fan for you. It's called the Air Selfie. So it's got a camera in it. So you'd use it to take a selfie shot of yourself. You just go take a selfie. How about that? That's better than holding the camera up and having that super long arm. How about a drone selfie? This is the Air Selfie. It's kind of fun little toy. Now, we also talk about all of the other devices. So this is a plug, right? This is kind of cool plug because you plug this into the wall, and you plug whatever you want into it, and now you can tell Alexa or Google, whatever you want, to turn that plug on and off. That could be your toaster, your coffee maker, your hair dryer, your music, whatever you want. It makes any device you have that plugs in the wall now remotable operated because it's got a plug in the wall. And remember I was telling you about interfaces and how interfaces are going to change? This is another one. This is a beam, a scanner like you have in the stores. And this will allow you to scan a product in your house and say, oh, it says no Wi-Fi connection. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm sorry I didn't hook onto Wi-Fi. But if it was Wi-Fi, it would automatically read the barcode and then put that in my shopping cart and I'd say, buy it. Okay? Don't have to look it up. I just have something. I want some more whatever soup. Click the button on the soup. It gets the barcode. It'll automatically put in the cart. And with Amazon Go and all the rest, it'll be there, the next day or so. So this is another example of stuff of that nature. Now, I've run out of time, and it depends on you. If you want to wait another 5 seconds, I know there's lunch coming up, but I also have things in my briefcase that are not future stuff. What I told you about are things that you need to know about because they are where the future is going. It's stuff that you're going to be living with. All of this stuff I have is really early prototype stuff. It's going to be very commonplace. In 5 years, you won't think of this as being amazing or strange anymore. But I do have a few other things in my bag, and I'll just give you a quick preview. Can't speak anymore. This, for example, is what I carry with me when I travel. And it's a little bag, right? And if I open this up, what you'll find in here is, first of all, yeah, I do play games. Nintendo Switch, okay? Some of you may have that. That's kind of cool. But what's really cool is this little device. And again, you probably are not going to figure out what this is right away. Looks like a little screen, right? Well, it is a little screen, but it's also a computer. It will play movies. It will play on its own little screen here. It's its own Wi-Fi hotspot, so it does not need anything else. It'll connect. You can logging in. But the best part is this is a micro projector. So this will actually project a screen about 70 inches on your wall or on the ceiling of the airplane or anything you want. So I carry my own little portable screen, And, of course, I have Google and Amazon Fire and Roku and all kinds of other things like that, so I get movies. So this is an example of what you can do when you have entertainment. I also like to create stuff, and this is a 360 camera, so I can take pictures of you guys in 360, so I can look at it in my virtual reality headset. And I know the guys in the back are not going to appreciate this because they have all the cameras and all the switching and all the rest, but this is a complete multi-camera webcasting platform. So this little thing sits here, and on my phone, I can actually go and get different shots and live webcasting on it. So I stick this on the table, and I'm now doing a live webcast or podcast, whatever you want, available today. It's all running wirelessly, and it will actually stream it directly. But anyway, I've sort of run out of time here. There's many more things, like my emergency kit. So, in case something happens to me, I've got satellite communications in there, and Band-Aids, and, other things of that nature. But anyway, I just wanted to thank you all for listening to me and enjoying some of the technology.